Hello musici, welcome back to this video where we study Riepel and more specifically we continue our journey through this book, this part, and we are reading about this part, so which is the foursome, the two foursome at the beginning followed by a threesome. Here there is the discantor, so the student asking. That would say a great deal. I just recall something I already wanted to ask about a half hour ago. For us is 2 weeks ago. Namely, how would it be if one or two foursomes were placed at the beginning and then followed with a threesome? So we have this example with two foursome, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and then 3 bars. Let's see. Let's see how it sounds. You have already heard that one threesome alone is of no use. Yes, we have already read this to use at least two threesomes so that we have an even number of bars, 3 plus 3, which is 6. I admit that it does not even sound good, only now I want to set aside instrumental music. What if, for example, a text were set to an aria precisely so that one could not do otherwise, then use a threesome? What if, for example, a text, so now we have a text, were set to an aria precisely so that one could do not otherwise, then use a threesome. So we have a text where we are forced by the text to use the threesome, and he says this, the preceptor, so the magister, maestro, then one must try to follow them up immediately with foursomes. Let's see. I know that namely in order to make it better. Or repeat the text as well as the threesome. I will simply give you such a case with the following forthright words, namely, now I want to see myself reading German. Wenn ich alles rechnen wollte, was ich von dir haben sollte. I don't know, Und auch fordern konnte. If I wanted to calculate everything that I should have from you and also could ask. Okay. So. Why to wann ich alle tarannen wollte, was hinter wie sollte. So it's basically saying to repeat the text in order to have at least 3 plus 3, so an even number of bars. One must be careful to be sparing with the repetition of text or words that so not mean or express something special. So one must be careful to be sparing with repetitions of text or words that do not mean or express something special. So you have to repeat only words or text or parts of the text or words that express something special. Inasmuch, okay, I didn't know that there is this word. Inasmuch as the threesome stood at the beginning. So, even because, okay. One, okay, so. Wann ich reichen wollte, was ich von dir beharben sollte. Okay, so we have 3 plus 3. Okay, so it's a little modification where we do not have this bar, as you can see, because 3 plus 3. Okay, then one is constrained to let it stand. But I thought the text itself could sometimes be elevated by means of repetition. That is an exceedingly beautiful and always useful consideration. I mean, thus. So it's basically talking about the repetition of the same words. Here, let's say the orange words repeated and then repetition, and then we have the green phrase, let's say, this way. Okay. I understand you well, except with the words wenn ich haben wollte, I can nevertheless see no reason for repetition. Okay, disc. Of course, the repetition here suggests a threat to him who owes the debt, so to speak. Okay. This reason is far too weak and so obscure that I myself could never have thought of it. But to please you, I will let it stand, because accordingly every text can be set in duple as well as in triple meter. You could also have set it as follows, so now in duple meter instead of triple meter. Slower, eh? In 2/4 or in alla breve time, these two threesome would appear even more clearly, as you already know. Yes, because we have 3, then crossing the bar, 3. But in 2/4 or alla breve time, so where we have to write bar lines this way, the threesome is more clearer because they are 3 bars and not one bar and a half. Many a text is, however, much better suited to triple than duple meter, as I have already often observed, and also the reverse. Furthermore, the notes pom 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 pom, this one, may be tolerated fairly well in an area in which the tempo is not too fast. Furthermore, the notes ton 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 may be tolerated fairly well in an area in which the tempo is not too fast. So we need a slow time. We don't need a slow time. Furthermore, I once heard my lord Voldemort say that such hurriedly speaking notes would be better suited to a recitative than to a regular melody, unless one wanted to express excitement, rage, or another similar furious passions with it. Your Lord Voldemort is right. However, if I exclude the passion, the following with lips and movement are even worse. Okay, your Lord is right. However, if I exclude the passion, so without the passion, the following with lips and movement are even worse. Yes, here without any context actually is quite strange to give a judgment, you know. Therefore, I will treat this material more extensively another time. Now it occurs to me, much to my annoyance, that I have forgotten to add the variation, so this symbol, which is the one of the variation, already 30 or 40 times. Oh, of what use is it? Okay, now something new is about to start. Look, I consider all the examples that we have written up to now as I consider in particular the branch with apples that my dear mother brought home from our neighboring orchard and gave me 5 years ago. The next day I sought out the other branches myself and got to know the both at the same time. Okay, the third, fourth, and fifth day, I acquired the ability to climb up the trees, and in the end, I had so much fruit to haul away that the whole garden was now too small for me. The only difference was that my dear father took a rod to me for 8 days in a row. You, on the other hand, enjoy it if I make 1,000 variations on each given example. The difference is also that the garden soon became too small for you, whereas in composition you always find something to pluck, even if you were to live 1,000 years. True. Therefore, we have a little time to lose. Motivation loss aversion. Now, explain the five sum to me, considering that the four sum obviously stand at the head of the order. And now we have a new topic, which is the five sum. So a phrase of 5 bars, but this will be the topic of the next video of this series through Riepel. See you! To make mistakes is human. To learn from them and persist, that's the way of a musicus practicus. Whether your musical goal may be, there is a secret formula to reach it. And no, it's not a magic trick, it's something much more concrete. Perseverance in good things. If you study every day, if you learn even just one small thing every day, you're moving forward, always. And one day, after a month, 6 months, a year, 10 years, you look back and realize you have become a different musician, step by step, without even noticing it. That's the spirit of a musicus practicus. That's why every day on Patreon I share new content to help you learn something new every day, support you on your path of study, inspire you with fresh ideas and new musical perspectives. One day we talk about musical rhetoric, another day I post an exclusive video on improvisation, and another day an article on Renaissance counterpoint, and so on. Don't miss this opportunity. The choices you make today will shape the musicians you'll become tomorrow. Join the Musicus Practicus community, join us on Patreon, and with a small monthly contribution you'll also be supporting this great global educational project. Go to the link, choose the contribution you want to give, and start learning every single day. To make mistakes is human. To learn from them and improve every day, that's the way of Musici Pratici.